Hi everyone, I'm Glenn Smith with Rogue Wave Productions based in Park City. We're a mobile application and internet marketing company. And we've created the Fly Fishing Utah app for iPhone. It's available in the App Store at no charge to you. And as part of an ongoing partnership with local fly fishing outfitters, guides, and retailers, we are happy to invite today's first ever Fly Fishing Utah interviewee, owner of Elusive Fly Fishing company here in Utah, and professional guide Spencer Morley. And before we introduce Spencer, you know, the Fly Fishing Utah app for iPhone has some really amazing features for it. It's a free tool to assist local anglers and people visiting the state to fish and finding key fly fishing information such as weather, stream flow, entomology, how to tie certain knots. There's a really, really powerful animated knot web page that's embedded into the. It's fascinating. If you've forgotten how to do some of the fancy fly fishing knots or want to learn new ones, it's a really fun, interactive website inside the mobile app there. And then also we have local fly fishing reports and some fly fishing fly tying techniques, and we would love to have some Fly Fishing Utah techniques offered by some of our local guides to give you tips and tricks of the trade, if you would, in the area. You know, in addition, the Fly Fishing mobile app for Utah has a social media portal, and if you go to the home page of Fly Fishing Utah, I know the screen's dark here, when you're on the main menu, you slide your finger from left to right. It exposes the social media portal, and when you download the app for the first time, or if you haven't already done so, go ahead and create your unique username for privacy and an avatar and join the Fly Fishing Utah community. And so you can learn about offers. And we know that we don't want to nag our users with annoying advertising. You'll notice there are no banner ads in the app, and we're putting the user in charge of what they want to see by announcing at the end of this interview a voucher code that they can plug in on the voucher page, and we'll show you how to do that. And Spencer is going to announce a very, very generous offer with a voucher code, and we'll show you how to plug that in. So you're at choice. You are in charge of what you want to receive instead of annoying ads appearing in this app. And that's been our intention here at Rogue Wave Productions, is to put the user in charge of what they want to see, the content they want to hear, and not to annoy the living daylights out of you. So without further ado, we'd like to welcome and say hello to Spencer Morley. Hello, Spencer.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. You're a busy man, aren't you?
I am. We're going. We got a little break here, so it's good.
That's great. We thank you for being here. So fly fishing runs in your blood, you say. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I grew up since I've probably been fly fishing now for just over 20 years. Since I was about 6 years old, my grandfather on my mother's side and my dad, we'd spend at least every other weekend up on the Provo River or whatnot, and that included my whole family. My brother would come with me. My mom would come. She'd pack dinner. We'd just sit on the side of the Provo and catch fish. So it's been something I've done. My dad's done with his dad, and their dad with their dad. So it's something that's definitely been passed down.
It's a great way to bond, you know, and what a terrific blue ribbon trout fishery the Provo River is. It always has been.
It is. It's a great water, and still is today. The DNR and DWR did a great job of maintaining as best they can because of that blue ribbon title. So
terrific. So what fisheries is your outfit currently guiding, and how are these fisheries producing right now?
So currently we're guiding Weber River and Provo River, our main tours. We also run trips semi-annually, sometimes 4 or 5 times a year down on the green for specialized groups that are interested in taking large groups, as well as smaller streams such as American Fork River, Diamond Fork, smaller streams, people that are interested. Fisheries are doing great right now. Like I said, we're coming to the tail end of summer here. This is when weather kind of cools off just a little bit, which is enough to keep the trout out longer, get some good hatches, such as the Drake hatch has been coming off lately, really good caddis hatches, and then the PMDs are starting up. So if you're looking to get out, maybe do some dry fly fishing especially, which is what everyone enjoys, now's the time of year to do it.
Mm-hmm. I love dry flying. Yeah. So are you float guiding or wade guiding or both, and how many guides do you have right now?
So currently we're just wade guiding. As we get later on here, we'll talk a little more about some float trips we're going to be adding in. But right now we're going to be wade guiding. We've got 4 guides that guide currently, two of the partners, and then 2 guides that guide for us. So pretty much we got a lot of availability, but we're also busy. So usually it's about a week, 2 weeks out that we're looking to book trips.
Absolutely, especially with this generous offer that Spencer's going to offer at the end of this interview today. And so please stick with us here for a moment. You know, there are so many guide outfits in Utah, and competition is steep, I would imagine, yet you always seem to be busy, Spencer, every time I try to get a hold of you. So what sets you apart that keeps people coming and seeking your outfit?
As I've talked to you before, it's about the experience. You know, we're not our outfit, our goal is to give you an experience. Our goal is not just to show you, just to help you catch fish. Outfitters, a lot of them here in Utah, the goal is to catch fish. And not only catch fish, but keep you coming back because only their methods catch fish. With Elusive, we're about teaching you the techniques and the tips and the tricks to catching fish on your own. So we feel that the more fly fishermen that are out there that are catching, better for our business and better for the fly fishing industry in general. So when you come out with us, you're not just going to catch a fish on your line and get a nice pretty photo. At the end, you're going to get the photo, you're going to get the fish, the experience, and you're going to go home with techniques and tips and flies that you can use next time you're out on your own.
That sounds great. I mean, it's personally some of the most beautiful experiences I've had fishing Utah has always been wading. Walking and getting, going on the land and seeking out the fish along the banks and everything. So that's great. It is about the experience. I can appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So, what's the typical profile of people who seek your guide service?
We get all types. You get your novice, you get your experience, you get your amateur. It doesn't really matter. If you've never fly fished before, we've got tours and trips that'll get you on fish and show you kind of how to get started and then direct you afterwards on where to get your gear and things. If you've fly fished your whole life and coming from out of state, or maybe you've just never been able to conquer the mighty Provo River, you can come out with us and we'll show you how to do it. So there's not really a age group. There's not really a certain individual that comes out with us. We get kids that are 8 years old. We get guys that decided to try fly fishing when they were 70 years old. So there's opportunities for anyone that's interested in fly fishing, and it is a sport that anyone can do and can enjoy. So. Indeed,
and that includes the lady folk too, I'd imagine.
It is, and the industry itself is actually moving more towards catering to women as well. I know Orvis and some of these other companies have really pushed to bring out a women's line for waders and for fly rods and for boots, so that women, especially who like to look good on the water, can look good on the water while fishing. While some of us can just enjoy the fishing.
I've met some amazing fly fishing women for sure on the rivers. They're just killing it out there. So, are there trip sizes that are limited? How many folks you take out?
We usually try to keep it with 8 and under. That's not for the.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Well, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We have a little data flow issue going on here. Spencer, if you can hear me, just hang out for a second, and we'll let the data catch up. And this is the beauty of live broadcasting. You never know what's going to happen. So, as you
there, Glenn?
Yeah, there we go. I just let people know that we had a little data flow issue, and as we were talking about, the size limits are 8 to a group. Mm-hmm. And can you continue on with that discussion?
Yeah, so the 8 to a group, that's not the majority. The main reason for that is that the rivers that we fish are not large sections, and in order to get you on fish, to help you enjoy your experience and get the guide, we have to keep the group small enough that they can get out. But 8s, usually we don't get many people that are looking over 8. If you are looking over 8, we can usually split it and do guides on different segments of the water. So
that's smart, and that one-on-one time is real important to some folks. It's smart of you to split it up like that. So you already answered some of the questions with some of the statements about you. Obviously, that some kids can go along. Is there an age limit? Obviously, you don't want toddlers there, but do you have an age limit or?
It doesn't. We can, like I said, we've gotten kids that are out. I started with, like I said, when I was 6 years old. We have kids that get out that are anywhere between 6 and then to other adults and adults that are much older. I mean, it's a little different for them, but our guides are knowledgeable in the sport and they know what they're doing, and they can get kids on fish just as much as they can an adult. So.
Excellent. And what about folks who don't have gear?
We have all the gear provided. That includes waders, the boots, the fly rods, the fly reels, the flies. That all comes with you. So if you don't have, you're more than welcome to use your own gear. A lot of guys like to do that, so they can kind of learn how to use their own. But if you don't have gear and you're looking just to try it out, see if you like it, and then get your own gear, we provide everything for you. So.
And you know, it's been my experience. I've had guided trips before. The flies that some of the guides tie, especially on the Provo River, are very important to have on hand, right, Spence?
Extremely important, yeah. Especially on the Provo. You know,
yes.
The saying goes that 90% of the fish are caught by 10% of the fishermen on the Provo. So that's the exception of a guide. You get a guide, and your chances go way up. So.
True story. True story. And let's see, moving on to our next question here. What does a typical full-day trip consist of? In other words, what is your premier trip?
So with us, you'll meet us up on the location, depending on where you want to go, on the middle or the lower or the Weber. We meet you up there. You know, you meet the guide. They, you know, just kind of chat with you for a minute, get to know you, kind of what you're after for the day, so they get a feel for what you're wanting. If you're wanting to learn more, if you're looking to catch big fish, looking to catch lots of fish, whatever it may be, they get to know you. They take you to a location close to where you met up, get you kind of set up, get your gear on, get your fly rod set up for what's going on in the day. Once you get down on the water, that's when they'll usually get your flies on and kind of show you the method that works, just kind of getting a feel for what's happening on the water, if there's a hatch going on, if there's not a hatch, things like that. So once you're on the water, the guide works with you if you're out by yourself and teach you the different methods, and once he gets you on fish, get them in, get some photos snapped, and finish out the day.
It sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, there's nothing better than the anticipation of getting in the water. You know, I can almost visualize it as you're telling me.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we have to be concerned with safety. And can you share with our audience today? Are your guides certified? I'm not sure what's available out there, what the state requires, or whoever, you know, with whitewater contingency. Or can you explain what you have in store, or what your qualifications are?
Yeah, so there is no state regulation on fly fishing guides to be licensed. That's not a requirement. But our guides themselves, we require that they have CPR certification,
okay.
As well as they go through about a 4-hour class with us that covers everything on safety-wise, where people should go, what they should be doing if certain instances were to happen, how they deal with those. So they're prepared on the water if something were to go wrong. So.
That's excellent. Yeah, you know, I mean, the biggest thing is, you know, when high water comes in, and you know, the safety with keeping your feet downstream and all that. Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Well, people will certainly want to go to a website to visit and learn more about it. Can you tell our audience what your website address is, please?
It does. It's elusiveflyfishing.com. You can check us out there. We've got obviously the information on our tours and things we offer that way. They also has updated fishing reports that we keep updated weekly. They just kind of tell you what's happening, what's working this time of year, techniques to use to try out, things like that. As well as coming up here shortly, in the next month or so, we're going to start adding some tutorials. So you can check out how to tie it. We'll do video tutorials on tying knots, on casting, entomology, things like that. So.
That's perfect. You know, every bit of information that you can have to arm yourself when you're going out there. That's great. People certainly look forward to that. And do you have a Facebook page or any other social media pages people can join or visit?
We do. We have a Facebook page. You can check out our Facebook. It's just Elusive Fly Fishing. Mm-hmm. We also have an Instagram that's also Elusive Fly Fishing. Our Instagram, we post photos just of the week of our fly fishermen that get out with us and the success that they've had, as well as other neat scenery you encounter out on the water. Our Facebook will keep up with our updates, fly fishing updates, also what's going on in the fly fishing world. So it's not just here in Utah, but things that are happening, such as conservation movements, different things like that. So.
Yes, I mean, it's a very active community here for you know, to protect the riparian habitat and everything, because we want to keep fly fishing. we want to have access to really good and healthy waters too. Yeah. So those social media, be sure to like and share and comment on the post that Spencer is putting on his Facebook page, Elusive Fly Fishing. And most definitely, those when you do book a trip with Spencer, share your epic day. By the way, can you share with us a short story of maybe something that sticks in your mind about just an amazing day with your clients or people that you've gone out with?
Yeah. I think I mean, almost every experience we get out, we really enjoy, and they're all different. But I think probably the best one is we've had some clients that have come out with us multiple times now. They continue to come out, and it just, I wouldn't say a particular example, but the excitement that comes from hooking up with fish, it is hard to beat in the fly fishing world and the fishing world in general. So getting them out on the water, you get out in the morning early, you get on the water, get the flies in, take some patience, and you watch that fly go by after time and time again, and watching that client hook up is it's probably the best experience.
Oh, it's fun. I love watching other people having a good time, and I love it when other people win too.
Yeah.
That's great. So everybody, thank you for sticking around and listening to what Spencer has to say about his outfit. And as I mentioned earlier, Spencer would like to share an exclusive Fly Fishing Utah voucher access code, and we want you to discover what the goodies are behind that code. So we'll just give you the code for now, but by all means, please use it. And when Spencer announces it, we'll show you how to. I'm going to show you how to use that very easily here. So if you haven't downloaded the Fly Fishing Utah app for iPhone, it's available in the App Store for free. And if you're a user right now, thank you very much. And just on your main menu page, you'll notice a button that says Waiters On. If you tap that button, it'll bring you to another menu option page, and notice the green button that says Vouchers. Go ahead and tap that. And it'll display a screen that says Voucher Code Submission Field. It's a white field. It's submit your code here. Tap that empty field, or window if you call it, and it'll launch your keypad. The keypad is where all your letters and numbers are. And go ahead and type, what's the promo code now?
EFF 2014.
Okay, there you hear it. It's EFF lowercase 2014 all together. Go ahead and type in lowercase EFF 2014 and then tap submit. Now you'll notice when you tap the window to enter the code, the submit button disappears. It goes up the page. Don't panic. It's just making room for your keypad. So when you type in EFF 2014 and you tap submit, what it'll do is display the field to make sure that you can review that you entered the code the right way, and then hit submit again, and then it'll reveal your goodie page. And then Spencer's very generous offer for our viewers today and Utah Fly Fisher users. So once people have that offer, there's, I believe on the page, there's instructions on how to claim their offer. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so just
it'll give you all the info to contact or to get a hold of us to redeem your offer. So.
Excellent, thank you. So there you have it. If there's anything you think you might have missed during this interview, don't worry. You can search YouTube for, quote, Meet Spencer Morley, owner of Elusive Fly Fishing, and you can watch this video. And if you want to review how to use your voucher code, you can always stop the video. And we're live right now as we're speaking, but after the video is done, we won't be live, so it's kind of a guess. Are we live or not live? But you can always rewind to the portion of how to use your voucher code, so in case you miss something. And by all means, we want you to take advantage of that. There also will be a copy of this video that I'm going to place inside the application, so keep an eye out for a button that's on the main menu that's going to say Fly Fishing Utah Interviews, so you won't have to search. That's even better. You won't have to search YouTube for it, so you'll be able to watch this video. So again, if you don't have the Fly Fishing Utah app for iPhone, please go ahead and download it. It's free in the App Store, and just take advantage of everything the app has to offer as your kind of Swiss Army knife before your trip. You can use it before to plan your trip, and if you do not have internet access while you're on the river, that's okay. After you're done with the trip, by all means, brag about your day in the social media portal inside the app when you're done. So thank you very much, Spencer, for joining us today, and people get out there and book trips with this guy. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Thank you, Glenn. And yeah, if you do, look up that promo code and look us up, and we'll get you out on the water.
All right, Spencer. Thank you, sir.